Hey guys, King Kaiju here. This week for me has been a bit stressful. I'm currently recording this on Wednesday, and just throughout this week, I have not really had a fun time. So I thought that I would make a just for fun video to hopefully uplift my mood and something that you guys might enjoy as well, about a company that I've recently found myself enjoying a lot. The company that I'm talking about in question here is the pretty famous Beasts of the Mesozoic series. For those of you unfamiliar with the Beasts of the Mesozoic series, it is a company ran by David Silva, a sculptor and designer for a company called NECA, who basically aims to make prehistorically accurate dinosaur models with an amount of articulation beyond most other companies. If anyone needs a more in-depth discussion about what Beasts of the Mesozoic is, I recommend you look up some reviews of the figures that they produced, including my own. Now this leads into the discussion topic for this video, which is to go over the top 5 recommendations I think would be cool to see in the Beasts of the Mesozoic line. In other words, this is basically a wish list for what I would like to see from them. With that out of the way, let's get on to number 5. Now, despite being featured in the Jurassic Park movies, pachycephalosaurus are some of the most overlooked dinosaurs in my opinion. We don't get too many figures of them, and when we do, it's usually just pachycephalosaurus. It might have to be in 1/6 scale because some of the dinosaurs are actually pretty small. However, I still think that Beasts of the Mesozoic could do very, very well if they included some pachycephalosaurs. A few ideas I can just throw out off the top of my head are some of the more popular dinosaurs, like again Pachycephalosaurus and Stegosaurus, which is a dinosaur that surprisingly does not get that much attention despite being pretty well known. And if he wants to go the route like he did with the Ceratopsian series, including a subadult version of the Centrosaurus and the Triceratops, I think he could do a subadult Pachycephalosaurus with a Stygimoloch or Dracorex. There isn't really much else to be said, so I believe now we can move on to number 4. A bellosaurus became pretty popular in recent years with figure-making companies, and I would love to see Beasts of the Mesozoic's take on it. Dinosaurs like a bellosaurus and Carnotaurus are dinosaurs that I feel like do get some figures here and there, especially with Carnotaurus, due to the fact it was in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. They get quite a lot of figures. However, seeing scientifically accurate 1/18th scale articulated versions of these dinosaurs I feel like would be really awesome. Spinosaurs, especially ones like Spinosaurus, have become quite controversial in the last several months, mainly because of a lot of discoveries that have surrounded the animal for the past several years. I think Creative Beast Studios can not only create a very, very enjoyable Spinosaur line, including creatures like Baryonyx and Suchomimus, but also create an accurate Spinosaurus figure to where people can actually see what Spinosaurus look like so they do not get confused. Plus, this could actually give us a chance to see dinosaurs that do not get a ton of figures like Irritator and Ichthyovenitator. I've heard quite a lot of people bring this one up, the Hadrosaurs. Hadrosaurs are a quite diverse group of dinosaurs, and I would definitely love to see these being made into Beasts of the Mesozoic figures. Off the top of my head, creatures like Lambeosaurus, Shantungosaurus, which I would love to see due to the massive size of that dinosaur, and of course Parasaurolophus are all pretty common ones that I would love to see being made into Beasts of the Mesozoic figures. Most of you guys probably expected something different like sauropods or stegosaurs, but in my opinion, prehistoric crocodiles are some of the most underrepresented kinds of Mesozoic creatures there are. Most of the time, figure companies will either go for Sarcosuchus or Caprosuchus, which are two pretty popular prehistoric crocodilians. However, other Mesozoic crocodiles like Hesperosuchus, Stomatosuchus, and Armadillosuchus. I know when most people think of the Mesozoic, they think of dinosaurs. However, there were various other types of creatures that lived during that time, including the crocodiles I just mentioned. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you probably know that I'm a big sucker for prehistoric crocodiles anyway, so that's why I had to put this at the top of my list. Anyways, I am now done with my list. You guys can tell me in the comment section down below what you guys would like to see from Beasts of the Mesozoic, and that is the end of this video, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.